thank you very much, and Paul, thanks for those words. I've been around Patchogue now 50 years, and the village has been in my family for almost as much time. My dad is a trustee, and when I was a kid, the place to go was wherever you came from, whether it was up street or uptown, whatever one you used. But there was always activity. There was always something to do. There was always a place to go. And over the years, that kind of disappeared from our reality here in Patchogue. And I remember walking down the street with my son a few years ago when the streets were empty, and I told him there was a time when you couldn't walk straight down the sidewalk. You used to have to move around and get out of the way of people. And that's really what's happening in the village now. We're getting back to that, where the village is a place to go to. Village is a place to shop, to have dinner, to go to see some entertainment. And when we all were younger who lived in Patchogue, we went to the Patchogue Theater on a Saturday afternoon or an evening to enjoy some entertainment. And because of the revitalization of the theater, and I'd just like to say that thanks to Barbara Kane, who's the chairman of the board of the theater, whose hard work, everybody, Barbara, and Christopher Capabianco, who's also on the board. Those are the people who are spending every day trying to revitalize that theater and bring it bring the arts to the people. Next year alone, over 100,000 people will go to the theater. And those people, they don't just go into the theater and go home. They eat in the restaurants. They visit our village. They enjoy what we have to offer here. And that's why the theater is so important. For many years, the theater was the only thing that was in the middle of the village that brought people in. But now, as everybody knows, the restaurants are coming in, new shops are coming in, and it's revitalizing the downtown. And the theater has such a tremendous economic impact on the village. And it's so important that the theater continue to thrive. And with people like Barbara, Chris, and the rest of the board and the volunteers, they've done the work that it's taken to make that happen. Now, the mayor has also talked about some other things going on in the village, and I'd just like to discuss the Four Corners for a moment and just give some kudos to Trustee Crean, who he's worked so hard to make something happen over there, and it's been a real up and down trip for him, but you know, Jerry's a tough guy, and he doesn't take no for an answer, and he really worked hard to get that done. And one of the elements of that project is a hotel. And a lot of people around here say to me, what do we need a hotel for in the village of Patchogue? Well, there's a lot of people here who when they have relatives come or wedding or things like that, they're always looking for a hotel. So what do? We send them up to the expressway. So they go to a hotel and they look out their window, and what do they see? Applebee's and McDonald's, and you know, nobody wants to go over there. So what will a hotel do for the village of Patchogue? Well, if it's a 100-room hotel, hopefully you have about 100 people staying there every night. Those people are going to come downstairs. They're going to be going to the restaurants. They'll be going to the theater. They'll be shopping in our stores. They're going to be bringing a lot of excitement, a lot of energy into the village of Patchogue. And it's going to be a spectacular place. And that whole Four Corners is just going to change the whole way Patchogue is. But it's not going to change it. It's actually going to bring it back. We're going to come back to where we were when it was an exciting place to go on a Saturday night or a Friday night. And I think the people who grew up here and lived here for a long time, they know what I'm talking about. And the people who have moved here and lived here for not as long realize that that's what the village is all about. It's an exciting place, and the next 4 years, I think it's going to get more exciting. Everybody's going to be seeing a lot of great things happening, just like we have behind us here. And I look forward to serving on the village board for another 4 years. And I would also like to thank my wife, Jennifer, for being a big part of this, my mom, and my friends. Thank you.
Just one last comment, and then I'm going to turn it back to Joe. There are the other trustees on this board that do the things that they do. Bill Hilton, working with the What you'll see over the next couple of months is the Patchogue pool being rebuilt. Built in '53, here we are 55 years later, rebuilding it. The Halcyon Manor, which was a boarding house, is in a process which will be our recreation, our community center. Trustee Joe Dean, when you look at the roads and you look at the things that are happening in the dredging of the river, you can put him at his feet because he's the guy that's carried the water and done the things that have to get done. And as Trustee Krieger said, Jerry Crean has run with his Four Corners thing on his back for the last 3.5, almost 4 years. He's solely tried to carry it. He's put up with all of the disappointments, the highs and the lows of it, and has done it and made it happen. And he's part of the process now that will bring that to the Four Corners. So to you and to this entire board, like I said, one of the smartest, most talented and committed on the island, I thank you very much. And Joe, I'll turn it back to you.
Thanks very much, Paul, and thanks again, everybody, for coming out. Just a quick bit of business. We have Patchogue First is still an independent political party, and as such, we don't automatically have a line on the ballot. We need to submit signatures on a petition in order to appear on the ballot. If you're registered to vote in the village of Patchogue, we have those petitions over here for you to sign today. If you're not registered to vote, we have voter registration forms, so please register to vote. Lastly, if anybody wants to volunteer, help out, we have a lot of things that have to be done. This is still an uphill struggle each and every time we do this. There's mailings that have to be done. There's walking that has to be done. So if you're interested in volunteering, go to patchoguefirst.com. Our website is recently been revamped. It looks like $1 million, thanks to Colleen Geyer, our web superstar. And you can sign up for an e-newsletter there. We have a Patchogue First calendar of events that will keep you informed of what's going on. So please visit the website often. Sign the petition. Sign a registration form. Thanks so much for coming out, and have a very nice day. God bless you. God bless Patchogue.